Okay. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining me today. So what we're going to talk about is we have AI. That's kind of what I'm going to go over is just the basics of how AI is working, and also actually go live and show you what is out there, and it's a really fluid kind of thing. And then because a lot of us are pretty much in real estate and professionals, I'm going to go ahead and kind of focus on how it works from a professional standpoint, how it can really help, and what others are using actually to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So let me know when you see the screen here. They're not going to go kill you, sweetie. All right. Okay. So one thing that I want to talk to you about is, so everyone's heard about artificial intelligence. One thing that's interesting about this subject is that my people, technical people, love to jump on bandwagons. So if you remember 2-3 years ago and a little bit before, crypto was like going to just demolish everything. All is going to be different. Now we're in a crypto winter. And I mean, there's still things happening, but computer scientists, all the young kids, they're all going to go into these crypto things, and then it's kind of taken a big header. And then you had virtual reality. In fact, a small company called Facebook renamed their whole corporate thing to Virtual Meta. And they've quietly now are going to focus 100% on AI. So now everyone's saying that, okay, this is going to replace everybody and their grandma. What I can tell you is no, it's going to take time. Yeah, but the thing is it's not going to go away. If anything, from the stuff that I've seen, this will be here. It's just a matter of how it will be actually adopted is the big question. So I just want to make sure that you don't freak out and think that, you know, the end of the world is here. There is a thing called the singularity when computers are smarter than humans. So we're getting really close to that, really, really close. And this kind of helps bring that narrative forward. And that's why a lot of people are really freaking out and say, okay, this is it, end of humanity, everything is gone. But what this does do, which actually kind of concerns me, is this makes people dumber, just to let you know. So that's the one thing that as people again move forward with this, is going to make them less, you're not going to be able to do these things. Kind of like what a calculator did for math. So a lot of people have to do this in your heads. I remember going when I was in grade school, we had to memorize a times table. Kevin, you're your youngest here. Did you have to memorize a times table and do all that good stuff? You still had to do that. But when did they allow like calculators? When I got into middle school. Middle school. So Kevin in our office is our youngest here. How old are you now? 22. He's 22. So they were, but they didn't let you use the good calculators, right? No? That's good. That's good. All right. So what is AI? So this right now I'm logged into AI. You can see this is Chat GPT Plus. This is the upgraded version. And let's just ask it. Now, what is Chat GPT? So this is the whole thing that everyone's talking about. So this is the AI. And then I'm asking it, and it's saying I'm Chat GPT, a language model developed by OpenAI. I use machine learning algorithms to generate responses to text-based prompts, such as questions or statements. I've been trained on large corpus of text data, and it can understand natural language, which allows me to have conversations with users like you. So, this is what has freaked out Google. So the one thing that, if you were to find something, I mean, again, I'm dating myself because I remember when there was no internet, and we actually started from there. You would search something. Yahoo, remember Yahoo was like the definitive thing. And even before then, there was multiple other different search engines. But if you want to find something, you Google it. It's a verb, right? Everyone knows about Google. So instead, you can utilize ChatGPT to ask your questions, and it replies to everything. Now, the reason for that is that the amount of data that it has to pull from is beyond anyone's expectations, anyone's. So just give you an idea here. Let me go ahead and get my my notes. Google, right? It can pull from anywhere. It doesn't pull from Google. It's actually better than Google. So that's the whole thing. That's what's freaking everybody out is. Google, where you go to
ChatGPT?
Yeah, I'll show you. So the question is, if instead of going to Google, where do you go to? Because we open up our browsers, we launch Google, launch whatever browser search, and then we just start searching like DuckDuckGo.
You don't Google it, you Google it.
So when you go in there, I know, sweetie.
But sometimes
I know. So this one the reason why Google is afraid of this is because half of their business model, I just want to give you some kind of prompts. What's going to be feeling this is why this has legs, is that it has the possibility to just change the way we search for items, we find information. So this ChatGPT was created by OpenAI. It's an actual open-based model. It was founded by someone that you probably never heard of before. His name was Elon Musk. He actually started this. And part of this is in Tesla. So all the AI that used to drive everything, it's also there too.
So when he tells us that they're taking over the world, he actually knows.
When he says we're taking over the world, that's correct. So the reason why this is something that you have to think about is, so how big is your language model? So I'm just asking ChatGPT, how big is it? So as of September 2021, it has over 175 billion parameters, making one a language. So it basically what they've done is they've taken all of the data available since 2021, and they now they can search it. So you basically can ask it most anything, and it will have the answer to it as of 2021. It's not connected to the internet.
So the data from where?
From everywhere. Every human knowledge, anything that's digital has been dumped into this database.
All the libraries.
Up until 2021. So that's ChatGPT right now currently. So what's happening is also not connected to the internet. Bing is just, of all places, this is so groundbreaking. A small company called Microsoft invested 51%, they were 49% ownership into OpenAI for $10 billion. And they've integrated into Bing. So their search engine is called Bing. That's why Google has been freaking out, because oh, wow, now we have Bing of all places to go against. So Bing actually is integrated. Now, the problem is, if you've heard about some stories, everyone thought that was the end. Microsoft launched it, and then Bing had sort of a crisis. You've heard some kind of weird stories where it was trying to have you dump your wife, or I'm alive. It was really kind of weird how it started kind of going there. Google's one is called Bard. There was a nice guy with a neck beard. He said that it was live, but his stuff is really cool. So this thing right now, once the next versions, what they're working on, they're saying they'll have probably 1 trillion bits of information into it. And it's just basically is indexed all knowledge. And it's going to be connected. Once it's connected to the internet and such, it's just going to be amazing how it does it. So that's what kind of where it's at. So
you access it on the internet.
So the question is, you access on the internet, correct? Right now, ChatGPT, because of the processing power that's required to actually fuel this, that's why there's a lot of similarities with crypto. It requires big machines. So that's why Oracle, who is all based upon the internet, is starting to become, again, the dominant feature. And by using OpenAI, what's happened is that a lot of it's open source. So now all these innovators, all these startups are coming out with their new project, which I'm going to show you a few of them. But it's all based upon OpenAI, and ChatGPT is just one of those things that's available. And I'll go back to this, because what you can do with this is just crazy. And it's amazing what you can actually do with just the ChatGPT. All right. Okay. So the question too is that one of the reasons why this is so important, or it's been groundbreaking, is if you look at how long it took to get 1 million users. So for Netflix, when it launched in 1999, it took 3.5 years to get 1 million users using the system. Kickstarter, remember that one, 2009, took 2.5 years to get 1 million users, registered users. Airbnb, 2008, 2.5 years. Twitter, 2 years. Foursquare, I don't think Foursquare is around anymore. Man, that was the big thing, 13 months. Facebook took 10 months to get 1 million users. Dropbox, 7, Spotify, 5 months, Instagram, 2.5 months. It took 5 days for ChatGPT to get 1 million users. They are off the scale right now. So this is this is what everyone's going, oh my God, this is going to be the biggest thing ever. Everyone is in it. And it also, it has legs with just regular people. So it's not like with my group, we were very techie. and we're usually with the innovators, and it takes, we usually adopt it, takes time, and then we explain it. This one, instantly, people have just like embraced it. They say, ah, makes sense. I'll just kind of, it's like Google, but it's actually better. And it just gives me all that information. Yes.
Do you pay for it or you just join it?
Question is, do you pay for it? You don't have to. There's a free version. And what happens is you, if it's too busy, they don't say it's too busy, depending on how many users. The one I have, I paid for it just so I can make sure it's always up.
How much did you pay for it?
It's right now for ChatGPT is $20 a month. But that's just for that GPT model. There's others that are free. Yeah, well, you can get ChatGPT for free. It just, you have to, depending upon the use of it and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we even have Parkland have its own, AI.
We're going to talk about that too. Yeah, so the one thing I just want to make sure that you understand is that this is not going to go away. And it has legs. It has serious legs. That's why there's a lot. This is where the innovation is going. This is where the computer science people are going. This is the next thing. And this is going to outshine pretty much everything that I've seen. And it's just amazing what you can do with this. All right.
So is it, it's owned by Microsoft or?
Partially, well, the OpenAI is partially owned by Microsoft. OpenAI still has ownership of it. OpenAI is the company that controls or has the algorithm, but there's multiple algorithms out there.
Are they public?
Not yet.
Is that-
Microsoft's public.
How did you say Elon Musk owns part of it too?
So the question was, does Elon Musk own part of it? He did. He had to divest it, but they took the AI person and they now work at Tesla. So the whole way it's been set up. That's why Tesla, when you drive the car, all it is collecting data. And that's more valuable than the cars itself. It's just going to be, and then now he has Twitter, which also collects an enormous amount of data from human interaction. So it's just data is the new oil. So he's invested in vehicles that are basically able to make AI a reality.
Microsoft, that's the main owner.
No, Microsoft's the main, yes, they're an investor for OpenAI. They funded them $10 billion initially. And now they have the option to integrate it to Bing, which I'm in it right now. And you can use Bing to actually use a variation of the OpenAI connected to the internet, which is interesting, really interesting. All right. So I'm going to show you a few things that are out there, and then we're going to go to some items that can actually help and do with your business.
You can tell how excited he is about this topic.
Yeah, this is fun.
I love this stuff.
So one thing that's going to happen, and I just want you to be prepared, is that with AI, we're going to have a lot of deep fakes. Everyone knows what a deep fake is? So you can be able to, basically, this is called 11 Labs. I can upload my like a speech or some sound, and I can make it say anything I want in that voice. So I could take, say, for instance, Joe Biden's speeches, put it up on there and say, we're going to have a draft, or this is what's going to happen. Or so you're going to see a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to caution you is, as we move forward, you're going to have to really be skeptical of what you see and what you hear.
Didn't they do it?
They did. We're going to have a draft, yeah.
Yeah.
So this one here is this is called 11 Labs, and this one you can just take you can actually put anything in here, and I can then say, okay, this is a pre-made atom, and let's see if we can hear it. And I love cookies. Who doesn't love cookies? And then you can basically upload.
I love cookies.
So, but you can upload anyone's voice or your voice file, and you can make people say things that they're not saying.
That's what a lot of people on the internet, Instagram, a lot of people, they're singing a song and it looks like they're singing, but it's not really.
Yeah. So what Joanne said is that there's an Instagram, they're starting to see this a bit. So right now with like YouTube, that kind of thing, you can upload, there's been computer voices beforehand, but now they're starting to use kind of the AI component of it to actually make it better. So you can just use this website, upload files of someone recorded, and then you can have them say anything you want.
Isn't there a Brazilian supermodel who's she's completely AI generated?
Brazilian, yeah. So Courtney is asking about Brazilian supermodel. So what's also going to happen too, this is just the voice part. They're also going to do video too. And I'm going to show you pictures in a second as well, which is crazy. But essentially anything that you're going to see digitally, you have to really be skeptical about it, I'd say, in the next year or so, especially with when we go into the politics. It's going to be I would just take a step back. If it's especially if it sounds unbelievable, because chances are it is unbelievable. The stuff I'm seeing now is that I can take, just with these software, I can take people out of video. I can strike them out real quick with a brush. It redoes the whole thing. It adds characters, it adds fake AI people as well. It's amazing what's coming out, and it's crazy.
Last night, this morning, that they're using this for like the telemarketers now, and you go, am I talking to a computer? No, you're not talking to a computer, but it is AI.
Right.
Have a conversation.
Yeah, so all the telemarketing that's coming out nowadays is all generated, computer generated, and it's really good. So you hear that pause, and then so you don't know if you're actually talking to a real person. It's usually gonna be prompted, and that's what's going to happen with this too, because the language models are getting great. Right now, they've gotten to this text space, so now they're starting to mirror it or marry it with this technology with voice, and then with video, and they're going to be able to create movies completely done with just type in, give me a Western flick with Hulk starring, and it will just generate the whole thing. That's kind of where it's going to go. Not yet, but it's going to go. Okay, so that's one thing I want to show you.
We're gonna put actors out of business?
Yes. This one's available right now. It's called perplexity.ai. And what I'll do is I'll provide the list of these different links, but this is a perplexity.ai. This one allows you to install this on a Chrome browser. So if you see up top here, I have this little thing, and then what's cool about it is I can take this and I say, okay, it's connected to the OpenAI. So I can say, how many dogs are there? And this one is connected to the internet. And number of dogs varies depending upon the source, but estimates range from 700 million to 1 billion. According to other sources, approximately 900 million dogs worldwide. In the United States alone, there are 63.4 million households that have dogs. It's important to note that these numbers do not include the number of dog breeds in the world, which is estimated to be over 350. And then this Perplexity is connected to the internet, and then it actually is connected to different sources. So this is kind of like a Google. So I can click on these links and it'll take me to where it pulled it from. So it actually searched from the database. It also then married it to the internet, and it brought it from Petpedia, AZ Animals, Perkins, Finance Online. And then there's questions too. How many dogs are there in the US? And you just add it, and it'll just it'll look for you and ask for follow-up. According to various sources, approximately 89. Yeah, so it just kind of goes in there. So you can just, this one here is it's free. You can install it in your browser. So if you just have questions, you can do that. And also too, it's a site search. So if you wanted to search the website, you can actually use the AI model, and it'll scour the entire website and the whole server and pull off data from it and just get your answers that way. So it's pretty cool. So this is called Perplexity. This one is right now browser based. They do have an app that's coming out. It's it's free, but this is a pretty neat one to have. So if you just want it, you don't have open chat, you just have that installed in your browser, and you can use it and search for anything on the browser and that.
Does the system, keeps a record of every single thing you've ever searched for?
So the question is, does the system keep a record of everything you search for? Yes, that's how it's building the model. That's why it's free. There's
because a lot of people get these, what is it, VPN?
So
You can block your
no, it's
searches?
totally different. So Courtney's bringing up VPN protecting for your searching. When you use this, this will search what you're looking for, and it's connected to your IP address. So there is some searches, but when I log in, you create an account, it's going to tie it to you into what you're searching for. So if you type in how you kill your spouse and where to bury them, yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Okay.
No, when you got your cell phone, remember the first question the kids asked was, where do you bury a body?
Yes, yes. Okay, so that's Perplexity, and that's pretty cool. So that's available right now. And this is you can put it on an iPhone, Chrome. It's basically, it goes right on there, and you can search like quick muscle gain. Oh, it's actually very interesting. Let's see what this says. Several ways gain eating enough calories, training what. So it just kind of, and this is a quick way. This is where it's going to go. So it's going to change and displace pretty much any of the web search that we normally actually do. All right. Next one's called Clipmaker. Again, I'm showing you a few that are very popular, but this list of AI sites are changing every day. There's more and more, because everyone, like I said, everyone and their brother is focused, and sister, and focused on creating AI generated apps. And you have to be careful, because there's also a lot of scams too. So don't freely give out your money. Make sure it's actually listed somewhere properly, and that someone else has already gone through it before you start getting there, because there's a lot of sites out there. This one here, this is to create TikTok, Instagram videos from YouTube videos. So this is an AI system called clipmaker.ai. And you'll notice that right now .ai is where all these AI websites and tools are starting to live. And this allows you to quickly generate short clips from YouTube videos. So if you have YouTube videos, you put it in here and automatically will create the little shorts for you, and it'll post it to Instagram and post it onto TikTok. Then the Chinese can track everything you're doing as well, because that's also one thing just to be aware of. I don't have TikTok. I know a lot of people like it, but be careful.
Actually, federal employees are banned from using it.
Yeah, federal employees aren't banned. So this is a cool one. So this is called clipmaker.ai. So that's for the social media people again there, because it's a hassle kind of create all this stuff. So this one's going to get a bit better. And then you can use the AI to generate short clips. You get some water? From YouTube video, and then schedule them on TikTok and Instagram channels. So then it'll put it right up there for you as well. This website, this is where I got a lot of the different ones. These are the geeks that I love. This particular person is called futuretools.io. And what he does is he's a YouTube guy, and he takes all these AI stuff and he puts them on to Future Tools onto this website, so you can actually search by it. And that's what's nice about it. You can search, okay, what's a freemium on GitHub, and he'll give you like Matt's picks. So there's a lot of the stuff I get from him. I went through his website, and he just takes it and puts it in order. The old guys from Bad Crypto, but also an AI thing as well. So that's one thing too to consider, is that might be actually showing too. All right. Okay. And that's Future Tools. Next one is Chat PDF. So Chat PDF, this is one that's free too. This allows you to take any PDF document up to 120 pages, you put it in here, and it will completely summarize it for you. So I can take a very long, like brief or whatever it might be, or what?
An RPA?
RPA, yeah. You can put a contract, that kind of thing. And then what it does, because a PDF document is different, it's on a web page. So this is designed to take documents that are PDF based, and then you can just search it. What's also cool too is you can search from URL. So if you don't have you know how a lot of times the PDFs are somewhere on the website, you just copy the URL and you can put it in there as well. And what it'll do is it'll just go in it and it'll just analyze the entire document for you. So let me see if I can have one here to show you. All right. I have so many PDFs. Yeah, that's the thing. It can summarize. It summarizes everything. So rather than going in the PDF document and trying to capture everything, it'll just do it automatically. Let's see here. I have this rental criteria, which is super boring. So this is a rental criteria I have. Basically 3 pages, everything we use to look for tenants and how we process them. Let's see, drop in here, see if it works. It's analyzing right now as we speak. It's a helpful PDF file, contains important information about blah, blah, blah. Document will guide you through the process. Okay, it didn't really pick it up, so I didn't take it up. So sometimes it has to have text to search for it. Again, these are all work in progress, so that didn't work out well. So that's one thing too. Again, this is free, so you don't have to pay for it. All right.
But the more everybody uses it, the better it's gonna get.
Yeah, definitely. This one here is called My Mind. This one is, you do pay for this one. This was interesting because I used to use Evernote. I still use Evernote quite a bit. And what they're trying to do here is that you have in your browser, and it uses AI, and it'll automatically tag stuff that you copy. So anything that's that you see, you can just take a piece of text, a picture, and then the AI will automatically figure out what it is, and it'll add all the tags for you, so you don't have to tag it. So then if you want to search for something, say, show me white chairs, you know, in the summer, and anything you have tagged or anything associated will come back to this. So what's designed to do is that it takes all these little bits of information or articles that you've read, and it organizes it and makes it completely searchable. So if you're going through articles, you read an article, because Evernote kind of does this, but it's kind of clunky. You still have to use a text, kind of a WYSIWYG search engine, or the way it is. This one is more visual, and it automatically will index it for you. So this is one of the first ones that I've seen. You do have to pay for this, but I do like this one because it just kind of looks, it's different. So you get to search your mind. So you can see from here, it just saves it as little pieces, like a quote you like, or you even go to Amazon, it just saves everything. And then it's all searchable, and the AI will organize it all for you and kind of build kind of themes for what you're actually looking at. So it's kind of weird, much I like it.
You're scaring us.
Any questions? Any questions in Zoom land?
It's like an AI Pinterest type of thing, but it's just built on.
Yeah, you know what? It's bigger than the Pinterest thing, right? It's so Pinterest kind of like that, but it's on absolute steroids. And you don't have to do anything. You just basically save it, and you can save pieces of it. So if I want to save, say, like just a little part or anything else, it just does it, which is really, really cool. All right. So next is images. This here, so AI is now creating pictures. So in addition to getting text, it's also indexed every image posted on the internet. So what it does is it takes those pictures and it creates custom images from it, like pieces of little things. And these are examples of what's been created using, there's a number of different types of systems out there, but feel like, say, for instance, you want to do a cute stuffed animals, and you go to these different types of systems that are out there, and there's, it's crazy how much. There's the one thing called Dream Studio. You got a few others as well. Let's see this one here. Where is it at? Instant Art, which I'm going to show you in a second. And it's so you take this and you actually just type in what you want in the image. And this one, it's weird. Some of this will be in a website. Some will use Discord. And then this tells you if you wanted to create this particular image, you just type cute KY squishy elephant plush toy realistic texture visible stitch line stop, and then this will create these images to the left using that system. It's also doing like realistic, when Courtney was talking about Brazilian models. For instance, we'll do comic art, retro comic styles, artwork, highly detailed James Bond comic book cover. And then what it does is it just takes it, and these are all custom images. Now the big thing for the lawyer in the group is the copyright, because it's actually based upon someone's copyrighted material. But it is in the material, it's just the essence of the material. And the algorithm is taking pieces of it and kind of creating it automatically on the fly. So everything you see here is all custom. It's not copied, it's actually created by a computer. So all these images, you'll see that there's some familiar faces here. You just put the text in the prompt, give me Danny DeVito yelling in a comic book, and it will create like a bunch of variations. And you've seen some of these images where it's not quite right, where the hands are missing like umbrellas. And those are the older versions, and they're getting better and better because now the processing power has gone to the point where we're now in version 4, version 5. It's just mind-boggling. So what's going to happen is that this is going to be a job too, by the way. These are called prompts, and you're going to have marketing people. They're going to be prompt engineers, and they're going to be specialists and be able to manipulate and work these prompts to create quick custom marketing things for people, just like that. And this is going to be a job of the future. It's going to probably be like next 5 years. They're going to make a ton of money too. So this is going to be something that's different for a lot of people. And this will affect artists too, because to be able to actually do the artist thing, that's what's going to happen. This one here is called public prompts. So this one gives you what they're using to generate these images. Like Stable Diffusion is like the big one out there. And if you wanted to like look at, I'll show you Stable Diffusion. We'll get to real estate too, but I just want to kind of give you what's out there.
Take a picture of someone you know and say, give me a piece of art that in the style of Rembrandt that looks like with this person's image.
Yes, absolutely. So this is the Rembrandt, Picasso, you can kind of put it in there. So this one here, this is the playground. This is Stable Diffusion. So this gives you an example. These are all computer generated by using text prompts. You just put text prompts in there. If everyone's seen this, right? Yeah. So you just put text prompts in there and it creates these type of things. Like these are all computer generated. These were not drawn by anybody. They're not copied. You basically put a prompt in there. Let's like say a real estate agent happy on getting money. And I'll generate the image. So it's processing right now. And of course, you can do a bit more in the style of Rembrandt if you wanted to. So you got, that's kind of weird looking though, huh?
You know, can you use these images in marketing? She had a mustache.
Yeah, look how weird that is. Well, you can.
Because
But there's a conversation right now. There's a lawsuit that trying to like, and what happens is there's ways to make this look like not as creepy. And you can also take your image in there and you can use it as a base image. And you can say, okay, add me into like on the Sahara Desert riding a camel. And it takes your image and it'll put you as an actual character and all those different things. So this is like all this kind of tech stuff that's out there. So this is what's really cool.
You look like a supermodel.
Houses, luxury houses in Beverly Hills with a pool, sunset with a dog. And let's see what it comes up with. Yeah, so these are all computer generated.
None of those are real houses?
None are real houses, all computer generated by a computer.
What's the listing for?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are pools, right? Let's say, oh, that's a sunset too. How about sunrise? Then this what's cool is that you get to play with these and just go crazy.
If you put one of our names in there, would it pull it? Is it like that?
It might. So you can see sunrise.
Put me in the pool.
Are you that famous?
No, I.
Blake Slater.
Attorney.
Blake Slater swimming naked. Error. So one thing too, so it doesn't let you do anything of just pornography. That's why I just let you know. So they find that pornography there. It won't do anything naked. It won't create any like pornography. But they're going to have some that'll do it, which that's how it works. So you're not in there.
You're not that famous yet.
Yeah, you're not there. But these are all fake, all computer generated. And this is Stable Diffusion. There's a ton of these sites out there too.
So if you needed just some quick fake photos for your marketing, there you go.
Right. This one's for our attorneys in the group. This is called Legalized Decoder. This is free. And this basically will take legal documents and it will summarize them into regular jargon. So if you have all those legalese type of things, you can just like terms of service. No, well, it puts out the bad people out here. They do terms of service.
To do more business. Charge more money.
Same bill, yeah.
What are terms of service? Everyone's read the terms of services, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't, you ever seen the South Park episode, you may want to read it. That was a horrible episode too. God, look at this.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's one of the things we've never- who's gonna
I'm not
read
sure it'll
that?
take this whole thing.
Car with the contract in that.
So it's legalese, and then you're supposed to be able to put it in there. And then, let's see, it's not taking all of it. And let's see, decode. I think you have to subscribe to get full page uploads. I need to subscribe. There's a lot of things to subscribe to. I haven't subscribed it. Let's see here, decode. And they want you to pay for everything too. So I haven't paid for everything. Well, I can take this in ChatGPT and I can have it summarize it for me as well. So that's, kind of out there. This is a free one called InstaArt. These are also all computer generated. So you can see here, 22-year-old 90s zombie woman, 90s accessories, 90s aesthetic, 90s fashions, intricate design, volumetric, intricate details, particle FX using Unreal Engine 5. And that created that from that image. And this is a free, this one's called instantart.io. So if you wanted to create any type of art, you just put it in there and it'll do it. So if you like this one here, that's cool. It's kind of scary looking. So these are, again, this is what I tell you about prompt engineers. This is going to be a job in the future. So let's see if I can do it this way. Search. See if it works. Or I have to log in. No, it's not doing it. But I kind of give you an idea of what can be created. Oh, look at that. Little dog flying around. That's cute. You put Ginger in there.
Yeah.
So,
What's her name? No, no.
oh geez, yeah. All right. So so that's just want to show you that the where it's going and where it's at is pretty monumental, and we've just started. So real estate, how we use real estate. So for real estate, there's some options here. Harcourt's actually launched harcourtsai.car.co. Excuse me. This one here allows you to use their AI, which is a ChatGPT that's been already set up for real estate. So you can put in a description, an example, like say, for instance, your property description here, and then it'll email it to you. And it'll give you kind of a quick way to do it. Or you can go to ChatGPT, put it in there, also can do the same thing. But this one supposedly is set up for real estate. And it's good too. I mean, it works really well. It'll do scripts. So when I do video scripts, give me a video script for YouTube. And I'll show you this little thing. It's really cool, actually. Profiles. So you ever like struggle with resumes, LinkedIn, just put it in there. It'll draft everything up for you, which is crazy. Social, anything. So this is Harcourt's AI. So this one here is they put that together. It's really cool. So that way you don't have to get a ChatGPT. You don't have to get a login. You just go to the website, put your stuff in there, and it'll just email it to you directly. So this is available for all the Harcourt's agents, and actually anybody else who wants to use it. So this is really cool.
Well, you have to have a Harcourt's login.
No, you don't.
No?
Emails. This emails to everybody. It's open.
I thought you had to get it on the.
No, it emails it to you.
I thought you had to go into the vault.
Yeah, see description. Email where you'd like this content sent to.
No, but you can't.
But to request it, you have to have a Harcourt's login.
No, it's open to the public.
Hmm,
Yeah, open to anybody.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty sure. Yeah, unless no, I'm not logging to the vault or anything. So for all the Harcourt's agents, it's here, and also for other agents too. All right. So, well, one thing too, I wanted to show this to you. This is kind of cool. So I like images. This one. This is called word as image semantic typography. So with like this one, the AI will be able to, you can pull this. This is a one coming up. So you put like type in there and it'll know what it's saying, like croissants and cupcakes, and it'll start to change the images to a croissant to a cupcake. So it'll be able to kind of just create things like just like that. Yoga.
Wow,
Isn't that neat?
that is awesome.
So these are some of the items that people are working on right now. And this is where it eventually will go where you can just type this stuff in and it'll just create these automatically.
Where's the thing where you ask it to write a description of your house? Like,
I'll show you.
what is the description for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I want to show you kind of like what's out there. So these are kind of what's out. So these are all the websites that are out there. This is kind of where it's all going, and it's going to get bigger and just crazier and really cool. But again, make sure when you do go and you sign up for these things, you sign up through a service that at least has been vetted. So like that one that Future Tools IO, I'd recommend going through there because you're going to be up if it's spam or anything else, because there's going to be a lot of spammers trying to get you as well. That's cool, Monkey Island. Okay, so for real estate now, what I wanted to show you is now I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. So this is where, so also what's cool about ChatGPT, when you have the paid version, it remembers everything that you put in there. So it recalls what you've talked about. So if, for instance, I wanted to do a description, and like, so this Joanne was asking, like, actually get a description. I initially did a really poor description for one of my properties. And then I said, oh, you know what? As I told Chat GPT, our client, our clients will give us a list of all the cool things that are in the house, right? So I said, okay, write me a real estate property description using these items. And I just copied all of the items my client sent to me. Custom cabinets throughout, all new thermador appliances, elevated high ceilings. So they just basically provided us a list of items that are available on the property. This is for Rome, by the way. Kohler sink counter. So these are just items. And then all I do, this is why I kind of like the Chat GPT, and I believe the Harcourt's AI will do a portion of this, but then it'll go here. Welcome to your dream home. This stunning property boasts luxurious features and high-end finishes throughout. The kitchen's a chef's delight. Ooh, that's my thing. With custom cabinets throughout, all new thermador appliances, including a 5-burner stove with raised exhaust fan and double large ovens. The elevated high ceiling with recessed lighting creates a bright and airy ambiance. The new granite countertops with backsplash, and so it just did such a better job than I ever would have done. And this is it's a property description. I was like really excited because I was like, okay, I'm going to try this thing out to see if I actually can do a description. Put it in there. I read through it. And it's like, this is good. And I didn't see any issues with, it was just a great, nicely written property description, way, way longer than I ever would have done. And usually takes me like a half an hour to do that. And I'm going back and I usually use the same terms over and over again.
You go copy other agents.
I'm looking at other agents copying their stuff, and this just did it, just like that. And then I say, okay, this is okay. Rewrite in a friendly tone. And it will actually take this and rewrite it in a friendlier tone, or more professional, or like lawyerly, or whatever it is. It just, what's cool about it is that you can have multiple variations of something. You can have it like write it as a Mark Twain novel or poem, and it will do that, right? I don't know how that would work, too.
Well, I just watched it wrote a poem about 2 tigers on an antelope hunt falling in love, and it gave this whole giant poem on it.
Yeah, so here's Mark Twain. In a home so grand and fine, you'll find a kitchen truly divine, with custom cabinets everywhere, thermador appliances beyond compare.
Oh my
A 5-burner stove with a raised exhaust fan, double ovens to cook like a pro, man. The high ceiling with a recessed light will make every dish a true delight. Granite countertops with backsplash so bold, extra wide islands to serve with gold. Greenhouse kitchen windows so bright, glass pocket doors to make it just right. It's amazing, isn't it? In the living room, the ceilings is high. A custom greenhouse window will catch your eye. A granite fireplace with a glass waterfall, built-in Wi-Fi home stereo to please one and all.
Does it have a glass waterfall?
No. So that's why you have to read it. Make sure it's all good. That's your job. That's why we get paid the big bucks. No, so I'm just telling you is that this is what's cool is that you can, this is what's make people dumb, I think, really, because this is like, how can you really do anything that's comparative, this kind of creativity? It's just very creative. And you can just go over and over again and give type of stuff. So property descriptions for real estate, this is like amazing. And
That's where it could get you into trouble if you got somebody that never went out to the house and just has the descriptions and you have that glass waterfall.
yeah, well, you got to read it. You do have to read it. Sometimes that's the thing too. So it's just as good as actually reading it. So that's one thing that I've been using this. Actually, I've been using this for as my descriptions right off the bat. So that's one thing too that you can do it. Also, let me get right here. All right, so you can paste that information and it'll do like, I'm going to ask you about the above information, reply that you understand, and it will remember it, and you can actually ask it questions. You can also say, give me content ideas. So this one here, say for instance, you want to do like an article on something. So you say, okay, give me 20 ideas for articles about artificial intelligence, or say like about rehabbing a home. Yeah, it's already done. I already showed my sons how to do it. All right, so here are 20 article ideas about rehabbing a home, 10 steps to plan your home rehab project, cost-effective rehab ideas for a tight budget, how to work with a contractor for your home rehab project, beginner's guide to do-it-yourself home rehabbing, the importance of obtaining permits for your home rehab project. So it just gave you all these ideas.
Could you take one of those and have it write you an article?
I'm gonna show you right now. So I'm gonna say, okay, write an article on this subject. And what I'm gonna tell is write a 100-word Facebook post on, and then it'll start to write. Are you eager to take a do-it-yourself home rehab project but not sure where to start? Check out your latest article, A Beginner's Guide to Do-It-Yourself Home Rehabbing. We've compiled tips and tricks for seasoned do-it-yourselfers to help you get your started in your home renovation journey. From choosing the right tools and materials to planning and executing your project, our guide covers everything you need to know to tackle your first rehab with confidence. Whether you're looking to update your kitchen or transform your backyard, our guide has you covered. Don't wait. Start your DIY home rehab project today. And it's just all done. And you can actually have it write the whole thing for you too, if you really wanted to. And you just have to rehab it. So you can say, this is where students are using it to write their papers and everything else. And actually that you can't tell. And it's also, this is all custom. You won't see the same ever. It's very rare to see it the same. So that's for ideas. You can, this is what's cool. So if you're looking for a blog post, a Facebook post, you just put it in there and it'll write it for you. Yes.
Regenerate response, it would just be the same prompt but the new stuff.
Yes. Yeah, it just does it again. Yeah. So, and then what's cool, so that's the thing. So it develops contacts. For like regenerate a first draft. This is a cool one. Write a press release. So I'll say, write a press release for a company called Hunter Mason Realty that just raised $100 million. Hunter Mason is a real estate company. And it'll just go and I'll write you for immediate release. Hunter Mason Realty raises $100 million to expand real estate services nationwide. Hunter Mason Realty, a leading real estate company, announced today that has raised $100 million in its latest funding round to expand its services nationwide. So again, this is funding was led by a name investor, including participation from name investor, among others.
Put a link in there so people can invest.
Hunter Mason Realty offers a full range of real estate services, including buying, selling, and managing properties. Wow, that's weird.
So do you copy it and send?
How do they know?
Yeah, that's the.
If you ask them to write a letter for you, you copy.
Yeah, you just take it and you just copy it. Yeah, you can just copy it. I think
You did copy it and paste it, it put like a border and it's like thing that I couldn't get rid of.
oh no, you can do it. Yeah, it's just text. Just text.
Just put it in a notebook, it removes all formatting.
Yeah.
And then just copy and paste
You
it.
control Shift V paste without formatting. You had the formatting.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why. So yeah, so you can generate first drafts of anything. If you want to write a book, you can have it write a book for you. Of just like your books you're writing, probably put it in there. Also it will do like titles, you can have it like generate a title, like produce 5 titles on living Redondo Beach, California is great. And then you could take video ideas too. So like produce 5 titles on why living Redondo Beach, California is great. Living the beach life, 5 reasons why Redondo Beach, California is the ultimate coastal community. From the pier to the strand, discovering the best of Redondo Beach, California living. Why Redondo Beach, California is a perfect place to call home, a local sky. Coastal charm and small town feel, top 5 reasons to live in Redondo Beach, California. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. So that's what's really scary about it, is that it's almost too good. And then also another one here.
Maybe like the Jetsons, you're not gonna have anything to do except like hang around. Have a computer scroll.
So then this is where this is where you can also, because all this data and all this information is there, you can also query it. So like what questions should I ask when doing research on the history of golf? And it just has everything. When and where was golf first played? And it has all the information too. So these are questions that you should consider when looking at research in the history of golf. How has golf culture and fashion changed throughout the history? And it has all the data there, so you can just kind of search it. Now the issue though that a lot of people is like when you do website, you Google something, you look at multiple websites, and you're trying to confirm what's good or what's bad, and just trying to figure it out. This will not have that. It's going to be pulling from that and also pulling from data. So you're going to have to trust that it's right. So that's where Bing and Bard and those have had some issues where a lot of times it's not right. And then Bing got mad and said, no, I am right. You're wrong. And it started arguing with the people. So no, you're incorrect. And they started having these kind of and it just was crazy. So, and it was the like the chats, online chats, anybody who has that kind of, those are going to be done through this type of stuff. So if you have ideas, there's no reason why not to post. There's no reason why not to do blogs. No reason why. It's all there. You just put it in. This is how content's being generated right now a lot through YouTube and what you're seeing as well through Facebook marketing done automatically. And then you can also have it do shortened text for your for character limits if you want to do through LinkedIn, that kind of stuff. So the realtor ideas that I have. So again, for email responses, a lot of times, I try to be pithy. I'll just throw my email in there and it'll make it a lot better. So I just take it, take it in there. Video scripts. So if you want to do videos, you can have it give a script. You can take a website, you have it say, summarize this website into 100 words. So I can do a YouTube short on it. And it'll do the whole script for you. Just read it, ready to go. Marketing messages, it'll draft emails. You can do drip campaigns. You can do anything you want with this. It will do it. And social posts and also blog posts. But this is the reason why it's so popular. And then for kids, it writes everything for them. And it's just a beautiful thing. So that's the issue is that, the question is like, you have to question what you read. I'm just telling you.
When we get our implants, it won't matter.
The neuro implants. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be first to sign up.
Right. I will be. All right. So let's open up for any questions. Anyone have any questions in Zoom land? Did everyone okay?
You overwhelmed us.
I threw a lot at everybody. I know. I usually kind of do that.
Are you gonna send us the list of the?
Yeah, I'll get you the list and I'll send you out the links to it. Yeah, go ahead.
Perplexity before was a free app.
It is.
I tried looking up Perplexity and it didn't come up in the app store.
It's not available in an app yet. It's web-based. You have to be, app is only allowed for those innovators.
It's called Ask This, you can get it for the iPhone.
And
Is it
it's
Ask
right
This?
here.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
The app stuff, I haven't seen much of it. Most of it's been browser-based. They are coming out in the app things as well.
That one's free.
It was called Ask This?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like,
And you have
also,
free
if you
minutes
wanna
to-
post a video, but you don't actually wanna record yourself, can you post a picture of yourself and make it do a video of you?
It hasn't gone there, but it is getting there.
It could, from what I understand, but you have to have enough video content.
Where it's
Enough
actually, like,
samples.
make it, like,
Yeah, it
look-
has to have enough samples of your voice and you on video, because that's why they do it for famous people,
Yeah.
because they've got so much.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can just play with it. It's all right.
Right. So that's kind of the question is like, what do you do with, if you can actually create video content on the fly? It will get there, but not right now.
When I go to it,
Uh-huh.
you ask for money.
Oh, no, you should cancel.
Okay. Any other questions?
Then you can-
So how is everyone feeling about AI now?
I'm
That's
excited.
crazy. It's awesome.
It's exciting, but it's also really
It's
scary.
a little scary.
Overwhelming.
A little overwhelming? It's pretty much, you have to just start to use it to really fully appreciate what you can do with it. So they have like the chat, the OpenAI is free. You can have that one and it just, you can do the playground and go from there. Yeah. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you much. All right, everybody, we're ending over here. Thank you much. See you, Jeff.
See you tomorrow, Jeff.
See you, Dave. Mara, I'm gonna take off. See everybody. Bye.
Like, they tweeted when I buy them, and then when
All
I
right.
go to look at them. Some $1 billion on them. Everything, but not.
Yeah,
I don't,
but it's gonna,
It's
will,
like,
it
what-
goes
what's
from the cloud base.
I know, I do.
It's stationary,
Yeah.
it's not always connected to the internet. So it's like, they pulled it all out, now it's here in the cloud, but it's not actively engaging with the internet.
I don't know if you
so
guys.
like